Victor OSIMEH is one of the best strikers in the world right now. His goals this season are why Napoli are about to win the Serie A for the first time since 1990. Additionally, OSIMEH's finishing and strength are also why he has become the most expensive African player in history after he joined the Italian club. He's had so many great performances this season that some even believe that he's worth well over 100 million euros in the transfer market. However, what if I told you that OSIMEH genuinely came from nothing and had a ton of failures in his career before he became one of the hottest strikers in the world? Well, I'll talk about all that since this video is about how Victor OSIMEH became one of the best strikers despite all the odds being stacked against him. OSIMEH's childhood was dark and difficult. Although he was born in the big city of Lagos, Nigeria, he actually grew up in a district called Olososun, which is often most known for having the largest garbage dump site in Nigeria. His childhood was really difficult though, with OSIMEH losing his mom at an early age and then his father losing his job 3 months later after that. This meant that OSIMEH and his 5 siblings had to find a way to make ends meet. That's when OSIMEH, the youngest out of all the siblings, used to sell water on the streets to get some cash and gave it all to his big sister so she could use it to prepare food. As you can see, OSIMEH's childhood was filled with a ton of hardship. However, despite his difficult childhood, OSIMEH always loved football and had a real talent for it. With him saying himself that football was the only way out for him and his family, he had no choice but to make it. OSIMEH decided that he wanted to be a striker at a young age. The reason why is he wanted to be like his idol Didier Drogba, who's one of the best African players of all time. OSIMEH used to watch YouTube clips of Drogba and emulated his game around him. This helped OSIMEH a ton and he eventually became one of the hottest properties in Nigeria. The national team took notice of him as well because while he was playing for the Ultimate Strikers Academy in Lagos, Nigeria, he was selected to play for the U17 World Cup in 2015 with his country. And at this tournament, OSIMEH showed his real world-class talent. At the Under-17 World Cup, Nigeria were drawn into a group with Croatia, United States, and the host of the tournament, Chile. To everybody's surprise though, Nigeria topped the group. They easily swept past my country, the United States, on the first match day 2-0, with OSIMEH getting 1 goal in the match. Then against Chile, Nigeria absolutely destroyed the host 5-1, and OSIMEH went on to get 2 goals in the game. Now Nigeria ended up losing to Croatia 2-1, but OSIMEH still got on the score sheet. Then in the round 16, Nigeria had to face Australia and easily got past them by beating them 6-0, and OSIMEH went crazy in that game and got himself a hat-trick. This game had scouts all around the world looking at him because he was showing his true world-class ability. Now the quarterfinal game was against the favorites Brazil, and nobody expected Nigeria to get past them. However, not only did Nigeria beat Brazil, they destroyed them 3-0, and OSIMEH scored again. Then they had to face a very strong Mexico under-17 side, but beat them 4-2, and OSIMEH, you guessed it, got another goal. Surely he can't score in every game at the tournament, right? Well, he did, because in an African final against Mali, Nigeria won 2-0 with OSIMEH scoring the opening goal of the final. OSIMEH managed to score in every single game of this World Cup and helped Nigeria lift the World Cup as well. He also went on to win the Golden Boot, obviously, with him getting 10 goals and 2 assists throughout the entire tournament. He also won the silver ball at the tournament as well, which just showed how good he was at the World Cup. Now obviously, these types of performances at a World Cup is going to have top clubs monitoring you. And that's when around a year later, OSIMEH decided to join German giants Wolfsburg for around 3.5 million euros, despite interest from Anderlecht, Tottenham, and even Arsenal. However, his time in Wolfsburg wasn't impressive whatsoever, and he ended up becoming a flop for the club. That's because in the first season he joined them, he was hampered by a meniscal injury that kept him out for around 4 months. And when he came back, he only got to play 3 games. The next season, he got to play more games. However, he failed to register a single goal or assist. And also, he was mostly coming off the bench rather than being a starter for a struggling Wolfsburg side at the time. This was disappointing for OSIMEH because this only recently happened after that super impressive Under-17 World Cup tournament. Now it felt like OSIMEH might never live up to his full potential due to his underwhelming performances at Wolfsburg. Now listen, OSIMEH was still a raw and talented teenager, so Wolfsburg sent him out on loan for game time. He tried for 2 good Belgian clubs in Zulte Waregem and Club Brugge. However, OSIMEH's bad luck continued. Over the summer transfer window period, OSIMEH came down with malaria, which affected his physical condition, and this made neither of the 2 clubs take him on loan. However, another Belgian club, Charleroi, decided to step in and sign the teenage sensation. With Charleroi putting that much faith into OSIMEH, he couldn't let them down, and believe me, he didn't. With the Belgian club, OSIMEH ended up exploding onto the scene and got 20 goals and 4 assists in 36 games. With an amazing season like this, Charleroi were almost obliged to sign him from that loan deal and sign him permanently for 3.5 million euros. However, OSIMEH didn't actually play for Charleroi next season. That's because after a month of signing him permanently to the Belgian club, he actually left to go join Lille for around 22.4 million euros. Charleroi definitely wanted to keep him, but seeing how they could get a profit of 18.9 million euros, they couldn't pass that offer up. Now you would think that OSIMEH would need a little bit of time to get used to playing in a top 5 league again, since it's more difficult than the Belgian league. However, OSIMEH took off right away. In his debut for Lille against Nantes, he got himself a brace, showing that he was ready to score a ton of goals this season for Lille. And he did just that, because by the time his debut season with Lille ended, he managed to get 18 goals and 6 assists in 38 games. Getting 18 goals for a new club in your first season is crazy. And OSIMEH managed to do just that with Lille. Now he didn't just do well in Ligue 1 though, because he also exploded in the Champions League even though it was his first first time playing in that competition. With goals against Chelsea and Valencia, this put him on the radar of other top clubs around Europe, and one of them was Napoli. Real quick, if you made it this far in the video, please remember to subscribe. It's completely free and you can always unsubscribe later in the future if you want to. Thank you. Going back to OSIMEH, most players tend to stay with the club longer than just one season. However, with Victor OSIMEH, he was already ready to move on to the next challenge when Napoli came knocking with an offer that Lille couldn't refuse. Napoli coughed up 75 million euros to sign the Nigerian star, and this made OSIMEH the most expensive African player ever, and also the 7th most expensive Serie A signing of all time. This type of big money comes with big expectations. However, OSIMEH has definitely lived up to that price tag in hindsight. However, he came to Napoli with prior injury issues, and he also started off his Napoli career with an injury as well. After only playing a few games for Napoli, he injured his shoulder on international duty with Nigeria, and this injury made him miss around 2 months of football. Immediately after that, OSIMEH was struck with COVID and had to miss more games for Napoli. Now, after the 2021 season ended, OSIMEH only managed to get 10 goals and 3 assists in 30 games. Not bad for his first season, but this isn't worth 75 million euros. However, he improved in the next season. The 21-22 campaign was going well for OSIMEH until Napoli played Inter Milan. In that game, OSIMEH smashed his cheekbone against Skriniar, the Inter Milan defender. It was being reported that the injury was so bad that his eye even came out of his socket. Ew. Now, during a 3-hour procedure to fix everything, the complicated surgery has 6 plates and 18 screws into OSIMEH's face to fix everything up. This injury could have been career-ending. However, with OSIMEH coming from nothing, he learned to never give up and keep moving forward, like Aaron Yeager, and came back from injury around 2 months later. Nowadays, because of that injury, OSIMEH plays with a face mask to protect his eye socket and cheek, but now the face mask has also become synonymous with OSIMEH, and the Napoli fans love that mask on him. In fact, there are dogs right now dressing up as OSIMEH with the face mask, and a ton of OSIMEH cakes with the face mask as well. It's safe to say that Napoli fans love the new face mask on OSIMEH. Now, fast forward to the end of the season, OSIMEH managed to get 18 goals and 6 assists in 32 games. Now it's really looking like that price tag was worth it. Now let me tell you, in the following 22-23 season, that 75 million euro price tag might have been too little for OSIMEH. That's because at the time of me filming this video, OSIMEH has 25 goals and 5 assists in 29 games. This means that he has more goal contributions than games played for Napoli this season. Additionally, OSIMEH's sparkling form is a huge reason why Napoli are running away with the Serie A this year, with them being around 18 points ahead of second place. They're literally about to win their first Serie A title since 1990, and that was when Diego Maradona was still playing for the Naples club. Rest in peace to the legend, by the way. Anyways, OSIMEH's form isn't just helping Napoli in the Serie A, but also in the Champions League. Even though Napoli was put into a group with last year's finalist Liverpool, they still managed to top the group, which meant that they got Eintracht Frankfurt in the round of 16. That's why OSIMEH managed to score 1 goal in the first leg, and also get 2 goals in the second leg for Napoli to go to the quarterfinals. Now, at the time of me making this video, the quarterfinals have not been played yet. However, Napoli are playing AC Milan, and if they win that match, which they probably will, they'll play the winners of Benfica versus Inter to see who gets that spot in the final. So it's very possible that Napoli could actually be playing in a Champions League final this season, and OSIMEH would be a very big reason for this happening. Overall, OSIMEH's journey to being a superstar is inspiring, especially because he defied all the odds that were stacked against him, like growing up in poverty and failing at his first club. However, he kept moving forward, like Aaron Yeager, and made it into the football scene, and now he's one of the best players this season. Look at OSIMEH, man, so inspirational. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe and also hit the notification bell so you won't miss out on one of my videos. And if you want to learn more about another top striker this season, check out this video I made on Erling Haaland. You definitely won't regret it.